What do we think of this brick as the new background? I think it's the best so far. Okay, anyways. Hello YouTube, my name's Marie, and today I'm going to do a first impression review video for the first 4 episodes of the currently airing K-drama, He is Psychometric. So I've had my script written for 3 days now, and every day I was like, I'm gonna film and upload today, and then something happens, maybe work was really tiring, and then I just don't have the energy to make myself look presentable and then film something, and so I've just kept pushing it off. And so I'm filming this 4-episode review on the day that a new episode is supposed to air. Whatever, we're still gonna just do 4 episodes. He is Psychometric is about a young boy who, after an accident, he hits his head, and then now he has the ability to kind of read the memories of objects and people through touch, an ability that is not very popular or very much in the mainstream, so it's such a refreshing idea, you know? So I'm excited for it. And this was another show very similar to Touch Your Heart, where I knew instantly that this was going to be for me and that I was going to really enjoy this show. The music, at first I was like, wow, this is a very over-the-top, cinematic almost. It could be cartoonish, but it was doing a lot, the soundtrack. And then I realized what it was actually doing, and it dawned on me, they're making a superhero origin story. Like, that's what the music says to me. Like, I'm all about superheroes. I'm on board. I like what you guys are doing. Let's keep going. I like what they're doing creatively, and the characters are very well defined, very strong. You get a sense of them right away. So I knew, I was like, this is gonna be another show for me. Unlike Touch Your Heart, I did a first impression for that show after only 2 episodes because it was another circumstance where I was like, I know that this is my shit. But with this show, with He is Psychometric, there is a time jump, I think at the end of episode 2. So the first 2 episodes, you follow these characters who are in high school, and then there's a time jump, and I was like, oh great. I have a very mixed relationship with time jumps. Sometimes they're very good. I do think that they can help reboot a show and help re-energize a show, but they can also make me feel very distant from characters. I loved the first 2 episodes. I'm so invested in that situation, in that scenario that the first 2 episodes presented me with, and now we have a time jump. So I can't do a first impression until I watch at least 1 full episode in the new time jump tone, I guess. I think the male lead's character really suited a youthful high schooler. He's a little bit immature, very playful. When I watched him in the first 2 episodes, I'm like, this is a really great example of an actual teenage boy. With the time jump, I'm still unsure of if I like it as much. It's still good, I'm still really enjoying it, but I'm like, you've lost a little bit of charm, I think, and I hope you get it back somehow. But if aging up the characters by 2 years allows the writers to tell maybe a more intense story, because like I said, I do think this is like a superhero origin story, so them being out of high school allows the writers to maybe go in a little bit more darker places, or at least more realistic places. I'm all for it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, and let me know if I am mistaken, the male lead is a singer. He's a K-pop idol, at least I think he is. For some reason, the group 17 is popping to mind. Hey guys, sorry for the really awful video quality. This is editing Marie. I just looked up this actor, and he's not a 17 member. He's a GOT7 member. So I got the 7 right. Not only does he portray that very lighthearted, very youthful energy very well, but he also has a couple hard-hitting moments. There is one where this character finds a puppy and brings the puppy home, and I legitimately teared up. I felt the tingles. I felt the tingles of my eyes. This is a question for those who have watched the series. It's not spoilers or anything. Male lead has a brother, and does anybody else get very weird vibes from the brother? Final question. Am I going to keep watching He is Psychometric? And yes, absolutely. I adored the first 2 episodes, and the 3rd and 4th episodes are still very good, but not as good as the first 2. But I'm so invested in the whole concept, and I would love to see him hone his abilities. And like I said, I really get the feeling that this is a superhero origin story, so I hope it's a complete journey. So at the beginning, in the first 2 episodes, he's in high school, he has very little control over his psychometric abilities, and I would love it if at the end of this series he's like a total badass. Dang it, the heater just turned back on, so we'll wrap it up real quick. That's another thing, that the show has a lot of really great details going on. So the male lead, I just thought this was great. He needs to make skin-to-skin contact with someone to, you know, pick up psychic readings or whatever. This character always wears really long, baggy sweater sleeves. So like his sweater sleeves are always like past his hands, and that's such a great little character quirk because it makes so much sense for his character to do that. So it's like he's basically hiding, like, so he's not always picking up random and useful images while he's like living his day-to-day life. Like, I love that. That makes me nerd out when there's like certain character specific costume. Have a good day, have a good night, bye.